Hi everyone. So hope few people are listening to me now. It's live. So now
Hi everyone. So
I will
hope
start.
few people are.
So now I will start Ring epidemiology. So this is the first webinar of the series, and it may be a little bit difficult for me from technical perspective. So I will go for a screen share to help you out with the installation of R first, and thereafter we will proceed accordingly. I have tested a little bit, and now let's move. So first let me show you the interface of RStudio. So the interface will be like this. I think it's visible to you all now. So first of all, I like to introduce you all to R. So how to install R first? Let me give you the link to install R. Just a second. I will share the web page from which you can actually find out or install R. So you type in Google, download, I have typed download R for Mac. So for Windows, you can also type in accordingly. And you will get the first link, download R. So it's my Mac. So it's download R for Mac OS X R project. You can just click on that link and just have a look at it. So you can find R for Mac OS X and then files. There are several packages noted over here. The latest being R 3.3.2 package. So if you click this link, one file of 71 MB will get downloaded. So you can download. I think some of you had confusion regarding downloading R. So you can download that, and later on you will find in your download directory a package known as R 3.3.2 package. The version or the package may be different based on whether you are using Windows or you are using Mac. So you install R, and as this is our first session, I can understand that many of you will not be downloading it right now. So from the next session, before we start our next session, I hope everyone downloads R so that we can use that. Now let me share the how to download RStudio, because that is a little bit helpful for all, I think. So now I'm just sharing the screen of RStudio. So this will be the screen of RStudio. You can download this for free, this RStudio desktop. You can see it. You need to find out which version you want, but I think I'm using this RStudio desktop open source license. So you can use this download link to download RStudio. And again, one file will be downloaded. As for my Mac, it's RStudio 1.0.136.dmg. So now let's go back to the RStudio interface. So once you are done with the installation, so you will get a page. So you will get a page like this. I hope everyone can see this. And now let's find out what are the part of this interface. So here it is, there is one console where you type your commands, and there is one environment where it will find out. So I can see that one failed to download. So Dr. Shamima ma'am, can you please let me know in the group whether you are facing any difficulty in Windows or Mac? Hope I am audible. So let me just check it for Windows. So I'm just sharing the screen again. Let me swipe the screen. So now I'm yeah, I'm live. So you can now check it. It was download R for Mac. Now I'm typing download R for Windows. So now it's download R 3.3.2 for Windows. Let's find it out. So if you click this link, one file will get downloaded. It's easy. I hope you all have seen it. I hope you can view this out. You need to just click this link, download R 3.3.2 for Windows. So now let's move to the R interface again. So this is the R interface. So I hope you all can see this RStudio interface. Now, this is the console, this is environment, and this is history. So first of all, in the console, you will write your commands, and in the environment, you will find out your data sets and other things, and also in the history, you will find out whatever you have done. Now, I hope the problem is solved. Yeah, you are watching in Android, and I need to tell you that with certain routing, you can install that in your phone also. Sometimes back I had installed R in my phone, but it's a little bit difficult to handle the software in phone. But then you have a good RAM, I think it won't be a big problem. So let me first tell you, when you are starting in R, actually the commands are functions. So when we are starting, each command will start with this arrow option, that is the greater than arrow sign, and the commands are called functions here. So let's first create our first object. So I would write as KAUSHIK Kaushik dot data is equal to 15, or not 15. Let's take 1. So it's my favorite number. And I enter. Now in the workspace, you see there is one thing, Kaushik.data, and it says 1. So you can actually ask R to return whatever you have over there. So let's again type KAUSHIK dot data, and now I enter. Now you see there is one object. So it only contains one object, that is 1. And you can view it from your workspace also. So while doing R, if I create another object, say for example, RIVU dot data is equal to 1 again. So here another it is created, it's 1 again. So you see that in the workspace you have now got both of them. Now you can work with any one of them by just using them, but then I prefer to use a very clear workspace. So let's remove them. So how to remove? The remove command is rm. So I type rm here, and there should be a bracket. So this is rm, then Kaushik.data, and voila, it's removed. I'm removing the data, other data also. So it's rm, and then look, whenever I'm typing, RStudio is actually prompting me. This is a basic advantage of this RStudio. This is the primary advantage I find in. There are a lot of advantages. So primary advantage, whenever you are typing some sort of function and your data, it will prompt. And this helps because we all are acquainted with drop boxes. So drop down menus, rather, not Dropbox, drop down menus. So it will help. So let's remove this review.data, and I've removed it, and see a pretty clear workspace environment over here. So why actually I am giving this sort of thing, the bracket. So in R, we write our commands, or we say function, in this format. There will be a function name, and there will be arguments, along with that options. So I will tell you all what are arguments, what are options later on. For the time being, those who are using syntax based methods in SPSS or Stata or any other software, you know what are arguments, what are options. For R, it's a little bit same or similar, rather I say. And I will tell you and give you the options for each of the statistical part later on. So now let's start with how we enter a row in R. So first of all, I will create again one data, kaushik dot data, and then it is equal to, then I write, we will create one column first. So first I write C for column, and now this first bracket, and within that 145, then 15, then 99, then 103. So these are the values in that column, and enter. So now we have created one column in R. Hope it's visible to you all. So let's again ask R to return it. So now I will take the help of RStudio. Let's see how it helps. So I just click and see it's written over there. Now it shows that an object has been created. So one mission is accomplished. And you can view that here as well in your workspace. Now there is another method of entering data in R. So let's first remove this and again create this. So I remove, it's removed. Now again I start entering in a new way. So it will be kaushik.data is equal to, then scan first bracket. Now look at the console. Here it prompts you to enter the first value. So the first value is 1 again. You have created. The second value, say for example, is 5. The third value, say 15. Next 99. Next 105. Now, when I am entering, it now again prompts 6. So now you all will be inquisitive how to stop this process, because now you cannot enter actually any other command, right? So it's very easy. So here it says 6. You have a blank over there. You end, and now it's created. Read 5 items. So now kaushik dot data, And now you can see the values again of the cells. So let's now find out some functions that would help us. So I have just calculated the mean of my data. See, I have typed mean and Kaushik.data, and the mean shows 45. Now it's clear. Now I am again removing myself from my data. Yeah, you can actually view the files later on. I'll be keeping them for some time in my channel. So it would be possible, I think you are listening, so it would be possible to view those files definitely later on. No problem in that. So let's continue. So I have removed. Now I'll use one preset data. One data in R is reverse. And look what the RStudio says. This data set gives the length in miles of 141 major rivers in North America as compiled by the US Geological Survey. So they have loaded this data for practice and our use, and we thank the R community, and for particularly for this, there are a lot of data and we will use them later on. So for the time being, let's look at this data. So the first line in this data, you can see here, there is a value number called 1. And the value numbers are actually continuing. So say for example, and if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the 13th value is 280. The 24th, fifth value will be this one. So if I say, or if I ask R to return one value, let's see how it returns. So say it 99. You don't see 99 here. You see 97 here. So say it's 99. So, oh dear. I have just made a error. It shouldn't be first bracket. So it should be like this, because they were using third bracket. Very sorry for that. So reverse 99. Now you can see. See, you have 545. So this is your 99th value. You can see that. So I think there is no confusion regarding this thing. 1, 13, 25, 37, these are not the values included in this data set. The values are from 735 to 1770. And now let's find out how to check a number of values. Say, for example, I want to look at the values from 21 to 56. So I write 21 colon 56. So this means 21 through 56. The colon here means through. So 21 through 56. And enter. So now you can see and the values from 21. So it was 600 here and 56 is 250. So it will be this one. I hope it is visible to you. 250 is this one. 600 is this one in the original data set. And now R have returned 11427. Though don't get confused with that. R considered that 600 as your first value. And it has printed it. So now, for example, if you want to do a few things, like for example, if you want to select particular columns, it's reverse, that is our data set, and then I'm again typing. So let it start from 1, then 13, then 100, and enter. So now you get the values, right? What were the values over there? We get it. So let's have a quick recap of the thing it's learned. So we have learned how to create an R object. So this was, we had created one object called 1. Then we created a very small data set. And we have learned removing that data set and clearing our workspace. And we know that R can do the calculation of mean for you. R can do a lot of things, and really a lot of things. And if you know a little bit of R programming, you can actually do many things. So you know not only this mean, then you know how to use a pre-existing data set, and also we know how to select particular columns from them. So let's first check again. Reverse. Now I want 1 and it returns 735, and then reverse, and then say for example 10 plus 20, no, not 10, let it be 1 plus 2 for our convenience, and then make it 2. So it's 735 again. And now I will print some true values. So it's reverse. Greater than 500. So look, it has returned all the values that those are more than 500, right? And so in your, from your data set, if you want to select which values are greater than one number, Let's again do that exercise. Say, for example, I want to know which values are greater than this, 435. So I will write upon reverse in reverse data. It is greater than, you can take any value from there. Say, for example, this value. I'm just copying this and I am pasting that value here. Now see. So now you also know how many values are there which are greater than this 618 in that data set. So this is your 40th value, 671. So you know that there are 41 values which are greater than 618 in your data set. Now, say for example, there is one value called reverse 3. It's 325. And now I am telling in some other way, say for example, reverse, sorry, I've already typed it. And you know 2 plus 4, sorry, 2 plus 4 divided by 2 is equal to 3. So you get the same number. So within this first bracket, R actually identifies the index whatever you want. And some a few calculations are done in R like that. Say for example, 2 plus 4 and you call to return. It's calculated as 6. Then it's 6 by 2. It's 3. 6 multiplied by 2. It's 12. So these are the operators. So we have plus, then we have minus, we have divided by, and we also have multiplied. So please look at this sign. This is the multiply sign in R. Please don't use X or so to indicate your multiplication. So these are the operators. And now, if I want to tell R that give me everything from that data set, what should I tell R? I won't write anything within the bracket and enter. And voila, you have again your data set. So there are two ways actually to look at. One is this one and another is this one. See, it's quite flexible. So if you are leaving your index blank, it means you are asking R to give you all the values. So now I will come to a few commands that are head and tell. So these are the two commands, head and tell. So let's find out what head does. Head, so let's first create our own data. Okay, before that I'll show you for the time being what this head function says, and first look at what this RStudio says. Head returns the first or last part of a vector, matrix, table, data frame, or function. Since head and tail are generic functions, they may also have been extended to other classes. So let's see what it returns. Head and then reverse. And now tell. Again, tell returns the first or last part of a vector, matrix, table, data frame, or function. So then again, tail and reverse. You see, the last part of the data, that is from your 500 to this one, has been made visible. So the first 6 were visible from head till your 450, and the last 6 with your tail. Now, if I want to say head and then reverse, comma, n is equal to 20. So it returns the first 20 values, and tail, and then reverse, and then n is equal to 31. So the last 31 values are here. So now we will start creating vectors. So let's first say I create a vector as k. I like the initial of my name, so it's k. And I write k8 and then through and then 1. So it means telling R to write that k is equal to 8 to 1. See, so I think you remember we had created a very similar thing previously. So if I had written k1 as c and then 8, then 7, then 6, then 5, then 4, 3, 2, 1, I had got a k1. Look, this k1 and k are very similar, right? So one query was there. Yeah, we can actually, yeah, CRAN is like a repository, right? And CRAN to me is a library actually. I will discuss how to read the help files, how to update your R and the other things. So it will help you out later on. So let's first continue with whatever we were doing over here. So now I'm writing F is equal to C and then 50, sorry, it should be conventional, 570, then 1, then 2, then 2, and 1F is also created. So now I have actually 3 objects, right? F, K, and K1. So let's create another object, say M, it's C, and then 1 to 8. So now that it is created, so now let's create our data. So look at it. Here it says these numbers, then your interval. I have actually missed a few things. So let's first remove F. So I've removed it. I'll remove this M also. Removed. I will remove our K1 also. So now I have data from 8 to 1. And let's again create this F. So it will be 5, 0, 1, 4, 2, 8. We have 6 values, so another 2 values 2. Let's let it be 4 and created it. So now Kaushik.data is equal to, now I am using this rep command. Rep replicates, rep means replication, rep replicates the values in X. It is a generic function and the interval, that is the internal default method, is described. So I'm using this as I had created K and I had an F. So now one data is created and let's have a look what it has created. I hope I am visible now. Am I visible now? Yeah, I think we are done with a little bit things. So I will just conclude in couple of minutes. So a couple of minutes more and I will conclude today's session. So it will be, I'm just saving it. So we have created the data. Let's save it. We have data frame, right? Sorry. We are saving it in, say, data.table. And is equal to data frame kf. So now I have saved my data. You can see it over there. It's saved. And now I will remove everything from my workspace, and that is ls to clear your workspace. And we will remove this from my ls. So I will just remove everything, remove my data, it's removed, removed f, remove, and remove k. So let's conclude this session for today, and we will start again now short while. Oh, I just forgot to share my screen. So just a second. I will do it again. Just a second. Yeah. So I had done quite a few things in between. I just forgot to share the screen. So it was ls, and you can ls saved it in my data, and then I had removed that data, removed f and removed k, and now I have this data table in the workspace. You can view it, right? The data table I had created. So this is the data table, and I can actually tell R. So what is this data? Sorry, what is this data table? And it returns the same thing. So today we have learned how to install R, and we know how to create one object. We know how to create a very simple data set, the commands, what are commands, how to write them. And now I will quit R. So the command is quit. Sorry, it will be, I just pressed it inadvertently. So now I have written quit first bracket. So it prompts me save workspace, whether I want to save this workspace. And there are yes, I want to save workspace. So I have said yes. And now they have saved the workspace, and the R is quit now. So it ends today. And there were a few faults from my end. So I sincerely apologize for that. So in the next session, I will try to be a little bit more useful for you all. So thank you all. Thank you for sparing your time, and we will continue to learn R. So let's see you sometime later. Thank you all. Thanks, and specific thanks to Dr. Ripu Basu, thank you. And Dr. Somallo, Shamima ma'am, thank you all. Thanks a ton.